Hey everybody, welcome back to the Everyday Coppertunity channel for my premier train entry number 8. First, I'd like to thank WillsTreasures, Wasatch Wizard, WildWest Stacker, Mrs. Coin Crew, Pistol Packing Pilot, Patriotic Stacker, BigRed Bullion, all for having me as part of the train. BigRed Bullion, that was amazing, brother. I don't know how we follow that up, but we're going to do the best that we can. We're going to follow through with, I picked up a new roll of silver quarters today, and so I thought we would go through and do a little bit of a history check on them, kind of see what we got. So we got one whole roll of quarters, 40 quarters right off the bat. 23 of them are 1964s. That's 57.5%. All right, so on to our oldest quarter. This is a 1934. It's in pretty rough shape. There is no seeable mint mark on there. Alright, next up we have a 1941. Looks to be a cleaned one. This one also has no mint mark. Alright, we have three 1942s. The first one is pretty nice, and it is a no mint mark. The second one is dark, and it is also going to be a no mint mark. The third one is definitely going to be the nicest one in this set. This is a no mint mark 1942. Next up we have a 1945. Worn around the edges, and this one is our first D-mint mark. Obviously you probably can't see the mint mark, they're a little hard to see with the bare eye anyway. Alright, then we have out of the 40s and into the 50s, we have a 1954 with a, let's see if we can focus on there. It is a D mint mark. After that we have a couple of 1956s. The first one, I think that's pretty nice. Seems to have the original luster and shine on it. For 1956, I'd say it looks pretty amazing. That one is a 1956D. Mint mark's pretty easy to see on that one. I just cannot get over that luster. The next one obviously is darker. Looks like someone might have cleaned it at one point, but it's hard for me to tell. I don't see a mint mark on there. Alright, then we got a 1957. This one's not so bad looking. I like it when that camera focuses and lets you get a good shot at it. No, there is no mint mark on that one. After that, we have a couple of 1960. We got D-mint marks. I'll say the first one is definitely the better of the two. May have a little schmutz on it right there, but other than that, I would say that is definitely a pretty nice coin. The next one, 1960. This is a D mint mark, or the second D mint mark. Not horrible, but not necessarily anything to write home about. Alright, then we have the next to the last year we have 4 1962s. The first one, not so bad looking. This is no mint mark. The second one is okay, and this is going to be a D mint mark. Alright, the third one has some darkness on the front. Looks pretty good on the back. Alright, and our last one with that mint mark in there. So that one is also a D mint mark. Alright, we have my 1963. I was off by 1 year. This is 63 right here. It's got a D mint mark. It's got a little bit of rim toning right up in here around the back. But look at that luster. I'm not by any means a coin collector, but I know that the luster looks nice on them. Alright, last but not least, we have 23 1964s. 16 of these are D mint marks. They're by far the most D mint mark of any of the numbers we had. And we have 7 with no mint mark. We got 60. Look at that one. That looks pretty sharp. That one right there is a little more worn down, but the back, I don't understand how the front can look so worn out and the back can look absolutely beautiful. We've got a little bit of toning up here in the left corner of that one, or the left middle. Back looks okay. That one looks pretty dang nice. Get up here in front of the camera. Nice front and back. That one's okay looking. Back looks real nice. I think I would keep things up in front of the camera like maybe I've made a video before. This is going to be our last no mint mark. Alright, let's go with our D mint marks. Nothing particularly nice about this one. A little bit dark at the bottom. Again, the back is like all of these, one end was on the outside of a roll, but the inside, the back side was always on the inside, because the inside backside looks a lot nicer. I don't know, maybe it just carries the light better. $1964, of course, the last year, made of standard silver coinage. That one's got some pretty decent toning around the edges right there. That's not just shadowing. I guess the one good thing about getting a lot of 1964s is they tend to retain their weight. They're not as wore down as some of the older ones. Alright. 1964 as we continue. These are all of our D-mint marks. Kind of a long video to go through one roll of quarters, but I thought it was kind of neat to see the different decades that we were able to have in there. The 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. Was that 30s? Yep, 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. All in one tube. And of course, this way, y'all don't have to watch 17 short videos with a quarter or two in each one. It's alright, maybe I can do that with a couple of piece dollars I picked up. This is the last 1964D. I'm going to say that this 56 was probably the nicest coin in the set, and that this 42 is probably just about the worst looking coin in the set. Alright, so y'all know where to come find these. We will have these on our table on Big Game Tuesday and Big Game Thursday. That's where we play our games. We'll be looking at probably 6 quarters in place of an ounce, if that's an option y'all would like. But thank y'all for coming over here and hanging out with us on the Premier Train, the Caboose. Thank you again to WillsTreasures, Wasatch Wizard, WildWest Stacker, Mrs. Coin Crew, Pistol Packing Pilot, Patriotic Stacker, BigRed Bullion, and thanks again to my man, Mad Stacker, my brother from another mother, for letting me be on the Premier Train. I've got one more week with y'all next week. Everybody have a fantastic day, and you know that I will catch you on the flip side.